Welcome back, everyone, to the finale of our one-shot Dungeons and Dragons puzzle adventure. We have traveled down underneath the city of Ambervain, found ourselves as the 10-year-old versions of ourselves, and navigated through a mysterious mansion filled with ventriloquist dolls, jack-in-the-boxes, hungry kittens, and goldfish. Now, with everything completed, we have opened up the front door that is going to lead outside. And when we do so, we see an area that looks like this. Who's coming out of the door first?
Probably me.
Okay. Tarak, as you come through the door, you find yourself in your regular form. You are an adult again. You're no longer 10 years old.
Do I still have the little axe?
You do still have the little axe, yes. You still have the
Put it
object
aside
inside.
because it's kind of small now.
Yeah, it is still small, yes.
Hand axe.
Yeah, so the so it's hand axe size, right? So the child size axe is still child size.
Okay.
But you have it with you.
I walk a bit outside to get a better look.
Okay. As you take a look around, and I'm assuming the rest of you are following suit and coming outside, as you do, your body reconstitutes, and you are now your full-fledged characters that you rolled up to play this game to begin with, and are now adults again. And looking off to your right, in this direction here, you see the base of this five-sided obelisk that is erupting through the cavernous area, through the roof or top of it, and extruding up into the city above. And in fact, you seem to be in a cavernous area. The walls are, well, I take that back, there's actually no walls. If you were to look over the side here, you're going to see nothing but a black abyss that drops down.
Okay. I don't want to fall down, probably.
You definitely do not. And as everyone comes out of the mansion, the door to the place disappears, and it is gone.
Oh. Well, one-way trip, I guess.
And at that time, resolving in the two chairs that you see to the right, are two creatures that look like this. They stand up, and they look at you, and they grin. And now we need to roll for initiative.
No.
Let's go with Clank. What did you roll?
For initiative, I rolled a 12.
Okay. Tarak.
I rolled a solid 4.
4. Sivirus.
I got a total of 13.
13. Scald.
I rolled a dirty 20.
30, 20. Bounswan.
12.
Scald, what would you like to do?
Okay, my first action is going to depend on the answer to this question. Is Gordon still with me?
Gordon is still with you.
Cool. I am going to use my action to uncork my water skin.
Okay.
Go, okay, you need to get in here now. And I'm going to use shape water to put him into the water skin and then recork it. Be like, don't worry, I'll take you out when it's safe.
All right. You use your action and securely put your goldfish away.
Perfect. And then with my bonus action, I suppose now is as good a time as any to go into a rage. So I will go into rage.
Okay.
If these guys are coming at us with menacing intent. Actually, you know what? No, I won't, because I'll go out of it if they don't hurt me. So never mind. I'm just going to get my weapons ready and do nothing.
Okay. As these two, we're going to call them Jacks. As Jack 1 and Jack 2 appear, again, they're in the area of these two chairs. All of you notice to your very far left, there seem to be children that are playing with some type of weird dolls. But it's a repetitive motion. As you catch out of the corner of their eyes, it's like slow motion. They're just going back and forth with this doll like they're... But you recognize a few of these as children of Ambervain, the city from which you hail. That is going to bring us to both of the Jacks. And since none of you really provoked them, Sivirus, I need you to make a saving throw, if you would, please. Wisdom saving throw. Bonswan, you as well.
Ooh, wisdom save?
Okay. That will be a 15.
15. Okay. And Bonswan?
That'll be a 19.
19. Both very good. So you see this little treasure chest right here? It pops open, and coming out of it are like marionette control devices that we encountered earlier with like the crosshairs and the wires. And at least a dozen of those explode out. And Bonswan and Sivirus, 2 of these float over you, and the wires try to attach themselves to you. Both of you are able to fend it off and resist. Sivirus, what would you like to do?
All right. I'm gonna do the thing. I'm going to bonus action use my form of dread
Okay.
as my some of my dragon scales and pretty much some of my horns start to protrude out and turn into Dracolith style bones.
Oh, nice.
My face turns into like at least the top part of my face turns into a dragon skull, and the horn that's on my head actually grows a little bit higher. And then I'm going to cast mirror image on myself. So now I have 3 other Dracolich versions of myself
Well done.
next to me,
Nice.
and I'll prepare for combat.
Okay. Does that end your turn there?
That will be my turn.
All right. Clank and Bonswan both rolled a 12. I'll let you 2 decide which one wants to go first.
You probably want me to go first.
Sure. Yep.
Okay.
Alrighty. I'm going to look at the 2 jacks and I'll say, you guys look a little bit drab. Maybe you could use a little bit of sprucing up. And I'm going to cast Fairy Fire in that corner and engulf them in the fairy.
Okay.
As
Do
2
they
deck saves.
2 deck saves? Our results are a 17 and an 11.
The 11 will fail.
Okay. So Jack 2 has failed and is encompassed in what color fairy fire?
It is a beautiful indigo.
Indigo. Beautiful indigo.
And as a bonus action, then I'll turn to Clank and be like, you know what? I set him up, you knock him down, and I'm going to give you Bardic Inspiration.
Nice. Also, don't forget, Sivirus, if you have anything that rolls a d6, you have that inspiration as well.
Right. And Clank, my Bardic Inspiration is a d6 as well.
Okay.
All right. Clank's gonna move a little bit to the west, and then manifest psychic blades, and
Nice.
throw them at. I'm gonna throw them at the creature that's to the north.
Okay. So that would
first-
be Jack 1. That is the one that is not fairy fired.
Yep.
Okay.
Yeah. Oops. I said it. So I rolled a 25. So that's fine.
25
let's
is
see here.
pretty good.
Yep. That's going to be 10 psychic damage.
You hit him with this blast with your blades, and it kind of puts his hand between its horns, just kind of looks, minces its eyes a little bit, and then widens back up and looks at you.
All right, and I'll throw my second psychic blade at him.
Okay.
That time only getting a 12.
Okay. A 12 will not hit,
All right.
and it just smiles at you.
All right. Yep. And that is all.
All right. That will bring us to Tarak.
Tarak will look at those jacks and he will smile as well as he begins to grow in size to become large as my bonus action, basically like a Hulk. And he's going to grab one of them and I'm going to try and grapple it.
Okay.
Ooh, very good.
So
Why do I
that
always
will
forget
be
how this works?
So I think they roll acrobatics or athletics.
Right. They will do an acrobatics.
So I have an 18.
They have a 21 on that.
Oh. Yeah. So I try to grab them and he just...
Yes. So you come up and you try to grapple this jack, and it just like it seems to be just a little bit faster. It counters everything that you do, and it just smiles, bad breath and all, coming out of the fanged mouth of this creature, and it just kind of cocks its head and looks at you manically.
Quick. That's my turn.
All right, that will bring us back to them, and the one that you are trying to grapple, Tarak, is going to do an ability called Mocking Slap, and he is going to try to slap you. I guess that's the only way to say it. That is a 9 and a 26.
To hit, so 26 definitely hits.
Okay. The first slap attack will be for 8, 9, 10, 11 points of bludgeoning damage.
Ouch. Let me take that out.
And of course, the other one, the other slap attack missed. Jack number 2 is watching what you're doing and is intent on that and concentrates on you. I need you to make a wisdom saving throw, please.
That's a natural 17 plus 1.
Okay. You notice as the marionette controls float over to you, one of them tries to attach itself to you. With no avail, you're able to swat it off.
As the first one, Jack 1, ends its turn, I'm going to use my reaction, and one of the there's a rune engraved into my armor, and it begins to glow, and like a cloud of sand emits from it and covers their face, and they need to make a wisdom saving throw.
Okay. Let's see. Jack number 1 is going to have a wisdom saving throw of 15. And,
So they make it.
and
They
Jack,
are not charmed.
And Jack number
Just
2.
one of them.
Oh, just one?
of them.
Okay. At
Yeah.
15.
So they make it, and nothing happens.
All right. That was their turn, so that will bring us to Sivirus.
I don't think I got a second.
Skull.
Oh, wait.
No, Skull, I skipped over, yeah.
Oh, sorry. Scald.
Yeah. So
sorry.
now seeing that these guys are causing shrub for the gang,
Mm-hmm.
now I am going to use my bonus action to go into a barbaric rage.
Nice.
So when Scald rages, his fire Genasi heritage becomes much more prevalent. You know, my body starts like bubbling, exhales steam out of his nostrils, and I grab my maul, and I'm gonna go after the one who's fairy fired.
Okay. Be Jack 2.
'Cause then I don't have to bother recklessing him. Also, when I go into my rage, because I'm a wild magic barbarian, something happens. What is it? I don't know. I'm gonna roll this d8 and we're gonna find out.
I love it.
So that's a 2.
Mhm.
Which means you teleport up to 30 feet to an unoccupied space you can see until your rage ends. You can use this effect again on each of your turns as a bonus action. So I get to Misty Step as a bonus action on each turn until I'm done raging.
Nice.
So yeah, this is when we have that nothing personnel kid moment where I disappear into a cloud of steam and then reappear behind the one who's fairy fired and just come swinging with that great hammer. Let's see how that goes. So that's a natural 20.
Nice. Yes. All right. Let's get some crit damage going.
That's my damage, not your damage. That's how that works.
Yeah, so my rage is going to be just at a flat 2 damage, plus strength is an extra 3. So he's taking at least 5, and then it's going to be 5 plus 1, so 6.
For your crit damage, go max on that.
On the second 2 dice?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, cool. So that's 12 initially, and then it would be 2 more d6s, so 24 damage total.
Oh. Very good. Very good.
Mamma mia.
All right. Yeah. So you you come in and you just hit it hard, and it just grimaces like right in the kidney. It just it watches. He just holds his side, and it just gushes from the side, and then looks down at it. It looks back at you, and just.
I stand there and literally fume. I end my turn.
All right. By the way, everybody, I'm terrible at combat order, so if I do miss you, please call it out as soon as possible. That is going to bring us to our 13s, if I'm not mistaken, which is Sivirus.
Okay, so what I'm going to do, I'm going to go and attack the one that's fairy fired. I'm going to aim right where that nice open gash is.
Okay.
An 11 plus 5, so that will be a 16.
That is a hit.
Okay, and then I will Eldritch Blast him.
Okay.
Oh, that would only be a total of 4 damage, but he needs to make a wisdom saving throw.
Okay.
Unless he is immune to frighten.
Yes, the frightened condition does not seem to bother it whatsoever.
All right. So yep, just a good old 4 damage.
All right. Yeah. So the one that is fairy fired, you can tell is starting to show some wear, and that's going to bring us to our 12s, which was Bonswan. I believe you went first last time.
Yes. I am gonna go ahead and I see the one that's not fairy fired. Does it look damaged severely at all?
The one that's not, it has a nick on it, but I mean it seems to be fairly okay.
Okay. I'm going to clasp my hands together and wreath forth a flame and cast Burning Hands in its direction.
Okay.
So it's got to make a dex save, or it's going to take the full brunt of this, which is 12 points of damage.
Okay. 21 on the dex save.
It definitely succeeds, so it only takes 6.
Okay. All right. 6 points.
And as a bonus action, I'll turn to Tarak and be like, "You got it. I know you do." And I'll give you some bardic inspiration.
Yes.
Very nice. What about Clink?
All right. I will attack the one that's actually has the fairy fire on it.
Okay.
So that's advantage, right?
Yes.
All right.
And you've got my bardic inspiration as well.
Yep. All right. That's a 24 to hit.
Okay.
So that's going to be 9 psychic damage.
Oh, nice.
And 7 psychic sneak attack damage. Same one. Bonus action, other psychic blade. That does not hit. That's only an 11.
11 does
But
not
you've
hit.
got my inspiration.
I don't. I would have to waste it on 11. Yeah, I'll try it.
Okay.
Use my inspiration dice. That's a 12.
12 does not hit. But from the first psychic blade, you can just watch it as it grabs its cranium on both sides and just screams a little bit. You can see a trickle of blood coming from its ear. That will bring us to Tora.
Yes, I'm gonna try and grab number 1 again.
Okay. Let's oppose rolls then, shall we?
Oh, that's better. And I add that d6, which rolled a 6.
Mm-hmm.
So that's 27.
You laugh, but I actually got a 24. So you are able to grapple this jack.
So I have it. Is throwing it another action? Would that be the same action or another action?
You have it grappled, so you're wanting to try to push it or throw it in a direction like maybe a void type of an area?
Yeah. I definitely want to toss it into the void.
Yeah. I'll let you give it a shove as your as your bonus action or whatnot, and I'll allow him a dexterity saving throw to try to stay up.
Okay, yeah.
Or
I'll take
try
it.
to hold on to you while you're going in that direction.
So I'm gonna throw him.
Okay. Give me an athletics check.
Okay. I'm rolling an advantage, by the way, because I'm enlarged. That's part of the...
Yes, absolutely.
So that is going to be a 17.
A 17 will beat what he rolled. And you take him from your grapple and just shove him aside. And you watch as it just stumbles, goes a few steps back and is on the edge and fails a saving throw. And he tries to balance himself for a little bit and then just goes over.
Can I just Sparta kick him?
Giving him exactly. Fantastic. So you give him a final kick and you just watch as he goes over. And this menacing look that this Jack had on is just like... and you watch him disappear into the nothing below.
Yeah. Okay, that's my turn.
All right. We have one Jack remaining, and that is going to go to Scald.
I feel like my only appropriate course of action is to John Henry this man, but I'm going to do so. I will use my bonus action to Misty Step like 20 feet in the air above him. So first I raise my hammer and so he can get ready for the block, and then I disappear and reappear above him in true anime fashion and try to come down on him with my hammer. That's going to be a 23.
Oh, that's
roll?
definitely a hit, yes.
Okay. So then he's going to take 5, 6, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16 damage altogether.
All right. Yeah, so you notice him, and he just looks pummeled at this point. Although he is still alive, you can see blood trickling out of his ear, off of his brow. He takes a knee. In fact, he's just downtrodden enough, and he's down on one knee, but he is still alive.
Okay, that does it for me.
All right. As he looks around, all of you start to hear and see poisoned arrows or darts that are whizzing past you. Looking off to your left, over in this area here, the dolls that the children were playing with have mechanized and have moved and now form a squadron across this area here of about 12 of these little marionette dolls, and they all have like little blowguns that they're shooting darts at you. Scald, you look over and you see, and a few of them, they just bounce around you in your area with no consequences at all. Sivirus, on the other hand, you are hit by a dart. I need you to make a Constitution saving throw, if you would, please, against poison.
Oh, actually, with mirror image, I
Exactly.
get to roll a. I got to roll a. Believe it. What is it? A D20. I have to roll higher than a 6.
Okay.
And then it will hit one of my duplicates instead.
All right.
And I roll a 9.
All right. Very good. That will take care of one of your duplicates as it disappears as a dart pierces it and moves through. That is going to bring us to Bonswan. A few darts head in your direction, and of course, you just watch them as they hit on the ground below. Clank, the same in your direction. 14.
14 does not hit. My AC is 15.
All right. So a few darts bounce off in your direction, and Tarak, as far as you are concerned, there is a hit of a dirty 20.
Yeah,
Okay.
that hits.
One of the poison darts will hit you for 3 points of damage, and a Constitution saving throw, if you would, please.
So that's a 12 plus 5.
Okay. You are able to make it and only take 3 points of piercing damage.
As a reminder, everyone had 6 temp HP in the beginning.
Good point. That will bring us to Jack number 2, that it's on his last leg. And he... Who did the most damage to that guy? Everybody did damage to that guy. He will target... let's just do it randomly. He will target Tarak. I need you to make a wisdom saving throw, please.
No, I'm not good at those. I rolled a 2.
A 2.
So that's probably so that for a total of 3.
Okay. A 3 is... I'm going to be honest. It's really not that good.
No, it's not.
So you... Even though this Jack is beat down at the moment, it does conjure up enough of its psychic powers to bring over one of these marionette crossbars. And if you remember in the very beginning of our game, the painting of yourself and the marionette crossbars attached to you that you destroyed, this comes to life for you. And the little control mechanism with the wires hanging down attach itself to your body, into your sides and into your arms. And with that, you feel like you've lost control, and it starts walking you towards the edge.
Oh.
And that will be the Jack's turn. That's going to bring us to Sivirus.
Sivirus will turn to the group as like, can you end him? Referring to the Jack. And,
I mean, I'm raging right now, but I'm pretty confident that we can.
Then I will handle the toys. And then I will turn to the firing squadron of toys, and then I'm going to cast Arms of Hadar on them.
Ooh, what's that do?
So they have to make a strength saving throw. All of them within a 10 feet.
Okay.
Actually, hold on. Self 10-foot radius. So I believe I have to get close to them.
Okay.
Right. Self 10-foot radius. Yeah. So I'll get up to them, and then I will cast Arms of Hadar. So everybody that's in a 10-foot radius around me must make a strength saving throw.
Okay. You're going to encompass 8 of these.
Okay.
8 out of the 12.
They just need to beat a 13.
13. Okay, that helps. 5 of them do not. Actually, 6 of them do not. And 4 of them make it.
Okay, so the ones that failed will take the whole damage of 7, and I believe there's a status condition with them. And they can't take reactions until its next turn, and the other 2 will only take half damage.
Okay. The 6 that took 7 damage are all incinerated in place. And you just watch them burn to a crisp as little wooden dolls would. The other 4, even taking half damage, are heavily injured. And then, of course, there are 2 out of the range. All right.
And that will be my turn.
Fantastic. Brings us to Bonswan.
Alrighty, I see that the Jack is about to get taken care of, so I'm going to rush over to deal with some of the toys. If
Okay.
I were to shoot out of burning hands, how many could I hit?
If you want to kind of concentrate on the area that was a little bit out of the reach or out of the area, you could probably encompass about 4 to 6 of them.
Okay, I'll do that then.
All right. Is that a save?
That is a dexterity save of 12, and I am pumping out 10 points of damage, fire damage.
Out of the few that were untouched, you scorch them. They just
Heck.
incinerate in place. And honestly, even those that will take us down to, there's like 2 of them left that are more in Sivirus's area. But the ones that were in your immediate area, even with the save, are just toast.
Oh, heck yeah. And then I turn over and I say, if the Jack's not controlling it, then destroy the box. And that's my turn.
Okay. Clank.
All right. I kind of glance back and forth between the box and the Jack. Is the Jack? Refresh my memory. Jack is no longer under the. This is not the one that had the spell on it.
This is the one that has fairy fire. Yes.
Fair, fair.
Okay. All right. I will attack the Jack then.
Okay.
All right. So that's going to be 17 to hit.
That is a hit.
That's going to be 10 psychic damage.
Okay.
And an additional sneak attack of 8 psychic damage.
All right. That will actually destroy the Jack. As your psychic blades reach it, how does this creature die?
It just basically just falls over.
Thanks for
I
that.
mean, there's really not much like physical damage to like psychic knives. It just falls over.
It grabs its head a little bit. And just
No, it doesn't.
It doesn't.
Nope. It hits, and all of a sudden it's just like, ironically, it's like a marionette with that it had its strings cut. It just falls to the ground.
Fantastic. The Jack is dead in front of you, and as far as the marionettes that were attacking with the poison darts, all of them slump to the ground as well. And that is going to take us out of combat.
So I guess Tarak would not be running into the abyss.
Probably not.
Like, oh no,
Yes.
oh no.
You feel the weight of the marionette control. It kind of just unplugs from you and falls to the ground.
Oh, thank you.
You ever stand near the edge of a cliff and you have the weird think of in the back of your mind that you want to jump, but you know it's stupid to do so?
No.
I get that all the time.
Hey.
So with the threats under control as far as the Jacks, all of the dolls, and then off to the left you see a lot of the children kind of wondering where they're at. In the meantime, you see the doll, Theodore, jumping from this area over towards the obelisk.
Nobody kept track of that little doll?
Well, we're fighting for our lives here.
Yeah.
You guys want to check out if there's any other swag before we join Theodore?
We should check on the children first, and then chase after our friend.
Yeah, I'll run over and investigate what's going on with these kids.
Yep.
A lot of them seem to be bewildered. They don't really know where they're at. Where are
Yeah,
we?
let's go. Okay, kids, it's okay. We're gonna get you out of here. Just
Are we
follow
still in the?
me.
Are we still in the park? This doesn't look like the park anymore.
This is a different park.
Okay.
Just stay together. I like count how many of them there are. Like, okay, stay in a group. Just follow me.
They're going to help us out of here. Hooray!
Keep it
Excellent.
together.
Right then. Yeah, you have their full undivided attention. They're definitely willing to do whatever you want them to do.
How do we get out of here?
Well, I'm willing to bet it's got something to do with the obelisk, but I see that there's a chest over there.
Destroy it. Destroy the obelisk.
What's I'll go over to the chest up there in the north.
This one up here?
Mhm.
Okay. The rest of you heading towards the obelisk?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'll grab some, meat bags or some kids.
All right.
Yeah. How long is Tarak big for?
8 minutes.
8
Oh,
minutes?
okay.
That's quite a while.
How many kids are there?
There's 8.
Okay.
I imagine like that little gap up there where you pinged before, like Skull is on one side and Tarak might be on the other, and we're just like passing the kids across.
All right. As we're moving forward here, can I attempt to use my I don't know what it'd be, just my dexterity, just to take out my rope and just kind of roughly tie the kids onto the rope, so they're all just tied to a piece of rope.
That's a very good idea. In fact, once they see what you're trying to do, they encourage each other to make sure that they're all safe. No, you gotta tie it like this. And they fall in line. So over to the obelisk, except for Bonswan, who's going to check out the loot.
Yeah, I don't think any of us are like touching it or doing anything until
Okay.
he comes over. Maybe
I
can't speak for everyone, but
Let's go.
Tarak is kind of measuring angles, trying to see where is best to kind of take it down from. You know.
I appreciate that. Before we get to this part, Bonswan, you open the treasure chest,
Mm-hmm.
and inside of it.
Oh no!
It's you!
You wish to grab it.
don't put it.
Oh man, is it literally? Is it exactly the same? I pick it up.
Okay. Do you put it on your hand?
I put him on my left hand this time.
Okay.
Oh,
It cracks its jaw. Yeah. Oh, welcome back, Dum Dum.
Wait, are you Cotter? Is this you?
It's me.
How'd you? I saw you get eaten by a purple worm.
Yeah, I have my ways.
All right, let's go. We're gonna go do a puzzle. So let's go.
All right, sounds good, Dum Dum. Let's go. And he's with you. So the rest of you are going to enter an area. So this obelisk, it's encased in a stone structure that is 5-sided, and on each side of this stone structure is a square recess, and inside the square recess are 4 pieces that are tied together. And I took those pieces and moved them onto the outside, so you can see that this set here would be these 4 squares, and then so on. Now, you are more than welcome to move these around if you're in roll 20. If you want to spin them, you just hold down your E, the letter E, and then rotate your mouse wheel. But once you come over here, Theodore is going to be pointing at those. And then once again, he's going to show you the picture that he drew.
Yeah, so that's knock, H6, bowling ball, holding hands, obelisk. Alrighty, gang. I see holding hands in there. I believe I see a bowling ball. How are we gonna go about doing this? Cotter, you have any ideas?
Well, I think we go back in the house if that's...
The door's gone. Screw you.
Let's see. Okay, so we got holding hands.
We have holding hands.
And I'm assuming that's a pair of earrings. Okay, let's see. Trying to think. Do we have a knock? Maybe that a lock or a door. Because I see we have a lock up there.
Yo, we have a lock.
So knock, H6, bowling ball, hold hands. Okay.
I mean, I'm seeing a bunch of round stuff.
Yeah, I definitely
Plate,
see a
the
bunch
wheel,
of
the
round
moon.
stuff.
I think they have to go. Yeah, like they go in groups, maybe.
That's what I was thinking as well.
Okay.
Alrighty. Any more pertaining to hands? I don't think so.
I think. Oh, it was not necessarily holding hands. It was 2 pairs of people, right? So it might be what we're looking at. So like the feet the earrings, the 2 hands. Is there another pair of something else?
There's glasses. A pair of glasses.
You know, whenever they say it's a pair of jeans, does that mean like a jeans is just a one leg hole?
A gene.
It's like, yeah, this jean is only $20. It's $40 for the pair.
Makes
Some
sense.
assembly required.
One gene, please.
Kids, you're imaginative. What do you have to say about all this?
Professor Layton music, please.
You know, when kids are tested at early ages, they're actually way smarter, and through the education system, they actually get dumber. It's quite fascinating.
Okay, and so I see all these animals right here. Well, we got a donkey, a lizard, a turtle. What's the one right?
Alligator.
Alligator.
Croc.
A croc, and then we got a beaver over here. We got 2 times.
Wait a second, Theodore, you drew that image. How did you know what to draw? So, Theodore, you're saying if we crack your brain open, we can get the answer. Then how do we get the answer?
The brains.
As you
All
begin
right.
to take a few of these pieces out and move them around, you can see spiraling out of control in the center of this obelisk is the other marionette doll, which would be Calvin.
Oh.
Calvin, you good?
Lizard, donkey, beaver.
Yeah, he's good.
Let's start with H.
Okay.
All right. Hey, Wally, could you put up that picture again? So it's just copy and paste.
Sure.
Okay. Okay.
Let's go with...
I think that this group over here is correct.
Yeah,
Clock,
probably.
rock, lock, croc. Yeah, and whoever put these here, that makes sense because it's like things you wear, right? This is the one that I don't know what happened.
That could be. Okay, what's the correlation between those?
Because like all these other groups that we've assembled here, I think the correlation is like these are all circles, right? These are all animals. These are all like items, like accessories, like things you could wear.
Pairs.
It's all rhyme. Yeah. Oh yeah, that's true, and they're all pairs as well. Yeah.
And
Which
so
means that,
that'd be.
like, by default, this is the one that's left, I guess. But like, I don't.
But that's hourglass, heart, harp,
And hand.
hand.
Oh,
What?
they all start with H.
They all start with H.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yes.
All right.
Lock. Maybe these all rhyme. So like lock, croc, clock.
Yeah.
So those all
What
start with
rhymes
H.
with? What's the dirt?
Rock.
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 Okay.
And croc.
So that's just a rock. So these actually go together.
Did we do it, DM?
You did.
Yes.
Correct.
But I liked hearing the talk through a little bit extra. So, yes. So you are able to put all the pieces in the correct order. So apparently, the other doll was able to manipulate the pieces to create this puzzling obelisk that has taken hold of the city of Ambervain. And by using the picture that Theodore drew for you, you were able to determine that there was items that began with the letter H, which hourglass is one of those, but is silent, of course.
That's a tricky one.
Animals that have 6 letters in their name, items that come in pairs, round objects, and words that rhyme with knock. So putting these puzzle pieces into the correct area, the obelisk begins to just kind of fold down, and you see Calvin that's in the middle, again, the twin of the marionette Theodore that is by your side, and he spins, and you can just see that he's burnt to a crisp. So when the spinning of the obelisk stops, he just kind of crumples to the ground, and then you see coming from the top of the cavern and slamming down is a metallic elevator.
Okay.
Woohoo!
Let's our ticket out.
Weird sounds.
Hear that, Connor? We're getting out of here.
All right, dum-dums, but I haven't been up there for a while, so...
We should take the children with us if this is our ticket out.
Mm-hmm. All right, kids.
I don't trust this elevator.
The last one worked out so well. Oh, wait a second.
All right. All aboard. All of you get on the elevator.
Clank stops Barney, and then Clank points at that ventriloquist dummy, and Clank says, "Remove pieces from the game."
You know, he just wants to be free. I don't blame him. I say we get rid of him. You know, once we get up top.
You're the actual dummy. And then Clank gets on the elevator.
I pull out the Jack in a Box, point to Clank, and I pull out the green, the olive one, and then
No! I'm like
yeah.
holding my head out to the side. I'm like, no.
Front toward enemy. What do you do, Bonswan? What do you do, dum dum?
Yeah, Connor, I'm gonna take you up top, and then you can go wherever.
It laughs. All right, all of you on the elevator, along with the ventriloquist dummy. One button, and it has an arrow that points up.
Let's smash that up button.
All right, so you smash the like button, and and you
Is
head
there a
up.
bell we can ring in here too?
Ling, ling, ling.
You have to subscribe in order to use the elevator service.
Yeah,
That's
you just
right.
hear a voice. What's up, guys? All right.
Hitting the button to go up, the elevator goes upwards, and again it clangs back and forth to the side. Total darkness for a bit, and then it like jettisons you out, and you arrive, or you land flat on your faces inside the park of Ambervain, along with all the children. And as you look about, everyone is back to normal. You actually see an elderly couple that are feeding miniature owlbears off to the side. There's other kids that are off playing. The kids that have arrived with you kind of brush themselves off and, "Oh, gee, thanks, mister," and they take off and run off and to find their parents, or whatever it is that little kids do. And as you look about, you have successfully once again saved the city of Ambervain.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Nice.
I have a very important question.
Well done, all.
The
Yes.
sun is just blinding me. Like the sun literally just came up as you said that. Oh my god, it's so bright. Okay. If I use shape water to pull the water out of my canteen, is Gordon still there?
Gordon is still there, yes.
Hell yeah.
Yes.
All right. He's the new party member. We need to find a
Gordon.
druid that can cast Awakening on him.
Gordon is back, and yes, all of the items that were your childhood memories, you do have those again. So whatever you decide to do with them, you're more than welcome. So a little bit of a debriefing, unless anybody else has anything they'd like to do.
I try to get rid of Cotter.
Give me a wisdom saving throw.
I'm like, Cotter, don't you want to be free?
Give me a wisdom saving throw.
Oh, 6.
You know, Dum Dum, I think you should be a professor at the University of Ambervain. How about that?
I got things to do, places to go, people to see.
No, I think you're a professor now.
What I need you to do, Barney, step off to the side, just put your hand out, and then I pull out the crank, and I promise it won't hurt. I promise.
Yes, by the way, that is a Claymore mine. That would have caused a lot of damage should Tarak not have grappled and sent the jack over the edge. That would have been an explosive round of damage, by the way. That was
Save it for a rainy day.
yeah, the rainy day one wouldn't have been as friendly towards you guys. Whoever would have done that would have had a stormy cloud.
Oh, man.
Would have had a stormy cloud above him for the rest of the adventure. But yeah, you failed the saving throw, Bonswan. You are now a professor at the local school.
I guess I'll accept my tenure. I guess.
All right. Yeah. Seeing that you multi-class 4 times.
I guess I'm gonna have to multi-class into a wizard at this point if I'm gonna become a professor.
Might as well. The childhood items that you all have, those were actually... So, Tome of Beasts has the Jack of Strings. And so this creature here, when it tries to walk you off the ledge, there's no, hey, that can do damage to me type of a thing. It will literally walk you off the edge. So the childhood items, if you took them with you, would have been a respawn. you would have awoken back in the mansion and been able to come back out.
Ah.
So that was the purpose behind those.
Well, that was super fun.
Yeah.
Yeah, I liked it. Enjoyed
It's
it.
a good adventure.
Heck yeah.
Now we have to follow that treasure map.
Ah. You know I know the way, right, Dum Dum?
I'm just like I'm just always like praying someone rips this thing off me, but I can never do it myself. Ugh.
Twilight Zone episode. I like the voice from, if you guys ever seen the old Flintstones episode with the green guy that used to appear. That's what he always called Fred and Barney was.
Dum Dum.
Yeah.
He was an alien, wasn't he?
Yeah, he's like the little alien guy with the space helmet. But yeah, thank you very much for playing. That was it. That is actually the Door of Children's Playtime, which was what I built the adventure around, which was a puzzle design. My very first puzzle that I ever put on my channel 5 years ago was a Door of Children's Bedtime. So I wanted to do a sequel, and that is the sequel. So you have to do things in order to escape, you gotta do your chores before you can go play outside.
Yeah, I mean, like the puzzles in there are really dope.
Yeah.
That was super
Some of the best I've seen. Really good stuff.
Good, thank you. Thank you very much. Definitely enjoyed all of the characters, so that was hilarious. Kenku, you've sold me on Kenku there, Caleb. The repeating part was awesome.
Yeah,
And that's the pro strat, is to get something so you can actually talk normal too.
Yeah, I applaud you. That is the best rendition of Kenku I've seen, honestly. Just being able to rip off what everybody else was saying and then still continue to be able to communicate your message was awesome.
That was very good.
Yeah. That's a player once did that in one of my games and just did such an immaculate job that I aspire to run a Kenku even half as good as that one these days.
That was fun. Like I said, though, I enjoyed all the characters. Tarak, you definitely played that up as far as the no intelligence part. That was hilarious. I love some of the answers. Just
People are going to assume that I cheated on that bear thing where I was just going to make a joke. But then I just kind of flubbed it, and it turned out there really was something in the bear's mouth. So people are going to think that I read the adventure ahead of time, and no, that was actually just... I was trying to do a dumb joke, and then it didn't work out. But then it's like, oh yeah, there's something in the bear's mouth anyway. So it's just this awkward thing where I
definitely remember there was a movie where there was something in the bear's mouth. I can't remember what movie it was, but there was a movie that had that exact scenario.
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't know where I'm going to put all the cranks, but I like putting all the cranks out there. So fun places like the bear's mouth, I was like, hey, I'm sure there's one in there. I had 5 or 6 to give out, so I thought that was fun.
Would that have been a combat if we had not hidden from the ghost?
Yes.
Okay.
So running this 6 times, I'll be at the last time I run this has been 2 months ago. 1 out of 6 had combat with that. Yes. And it was pretty brutal because those other creatures were called Gwigwais. They're also from, I believe, Toma Beast 2, maybe. Gwigwai. And they're this fun type of ghost thing. So if you defeated the woman, then the guy Gwigwai would have came through. She had necrotic bolts that she shot from her hands, and he had a breath weapon that included swarms of wasps.
Ooh,
Yikes.
nasty.
Yeah.
Yikes.
I did watch the time a little bit, and since we're running behind, I tried to... I lowered the DC on the hiding and stuff, so... you're safe with that. There was one group that decided, I'm going to attack it. And that was my 5-hour plus game. All right, so that is our one-shot puzzle adventure, and everyone survived, which was absolutely amazing. And, of course, the childhood items that you each had would have respawned you should one of the jacks walk you right over the edge. So, number 1, I'm glad nobody fell over the edge. Number 2, I'm glad that you still have your childhood items. And number 3, what the heck is up with that ventriloquist doll? And are we going to see it again? Only time will tell. So I want to thank Welcome back, Cotter will be the next episode.
Oh
Oh
no!
no!
Revenge of the ventriloquist.
So I
Let's do
want to.
another one shot with this group that starts with us just burning the dummy in like a barrel
And
behind
it's just
the
on my hand. I'm
university.
like, ah!
Absolutely. We got to get Kringle involved too. I see him in the bottom left corner there. So on my way out, I do want to say thank you to all of the YouTubers that help play this adventure. Thank you very much. I appreciate having you all aboard. So tell us where we can find you on the internet, what you do on YouTube, and we are going to start with No Fun Allowed.
Yeah, no fun allowed here. I do module guides. I'm covering game systems that aren't just D&D, and I'm trying to interview awesome people in the community. You can find me on No Fun Allowed YouTube.
Fantastic. And Dungeoneers Pack.
I'm Josh. I run a Dungeoneers pack. I mainly do character guides based off of fun concepts more so. I also cover other player options and provide different ways to reflavor and reinforce the roleplay behind them. You can find me there. And honestly, thank you for having me. This was really, really fun.
Awesome. Thanks for being a part of it. And Caleb and Kringle from Blanco.
Yes, I run the Blanco channel. I do a lot of reviews of miniatures. I do a lot of cheap crafting. And I make stuff from finds from thrift stores and dollar stores and stuff like that.
And Aviad from Beyond the Screen.
Yep, we have from Beyond the Screen here. I'm doing a lot of GM tips, world building videos, and I've had a blast playing with you all.
Yeah, absolutely. Me too. And Josiah from Dungeon Dad.
What's up, gang? I run the Dungeon Dad channel here on YouTube, where I make kind of a wide variety of D&D content, but it's focused mostly on cool monsters, old school monsters, and converting them to 5th edition and all that kind of stuff. So if that sounds cool to you, check that out. And yeah, this was a ton of fun. Thank you very much for having me, Wally.
No problem. And thanks again to all of you for playing in my game. I appreciate it. Thank you very much. This was our D&D puzzle adventure, and we'll catch you next time. So on to the next.